Namaste, I'm Brad Terrell. Welcome to this middle splits mobility wall hack class. We're going to focus on improving our middle splits, getting stronger in the process. So for this class, make sure that you're set up near a wall that you could work with, and we'll also need a block, which we're going to use in our first drill, but for the modification, we're going to use just the floor first. So just make sure that the block is close to you, and we're going to use it in our progression. So here I want you to start by placing the feet into a cobbler's pose. And you don't necessarily have to have the heels as close to the glutes as possible, but try and bring them in nice and close so that they do feel supported. Your back is completely flush against the wall. I want you to take the hands here on top of the knees and the inner thighs. We're slowly going to start to activate the adductor muscles by pushing down and then releasing. We'll see if we can go for about 20 here. So just back and forth, nice and light. Just pressing down. Make sure that your back is flush against the wall. Allow the balls of the feet to start to separate. So you can go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. You can extend the legs out for a moment. Shake the legs a little bit. Beautiful. Good. Now grabbing onto our block, starting with the lowest height. You actually want the block vertically towards you. You're going to place the feet on top of the block, and similarly, we don't necessarily need to bring the block as close as possible. Just have it somewhat close, placing the feet on top. Now that the feet are somewhat elevated, we have a little bit more room to start pressing the knees down. So similar, you don't have to actually touch the outside of the knees to the floor. Just see how low you can drop the knees. Make sure that you feel it's in a comfortable position for you to start with. Keep the back flush, pressing down, and release, okay? So because this is somewhat of a progression, let's just aim for 10. If this is too much for you, if you feel like you're not getting anything done here, just go back to the modification. When you're ready, pressing down, feel that expansion through the inner thighs, the adductor muscles. Release 10. 9, 8, 7. You might start to feel yourself kind of moving away from the wall. 6, 5. You don't want to be pressing too much. We're just kind of warming up the inner thighs here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Once again, you can extend the legs forward, place the block off to the side, and shake the legs a little bit. Beautiful. So here we're going to focus on both rotations, our external rotation and internal rotation. Both are really important to practice toward the middle split. Eventually, when you start getting closer toward that middle split position, it's a lot more internal rotation. But external rotation helps us to really feel a lot stronger to the inner thighs. So starting with external rotation, I want you to draw the arms off to the side. You're going to try and draw your right shoulder or your right knee toward your right shoulder and completely externally rotate out and then slowly release back. We'll see if we can go for 10 over to the right, and then we'll focus on 10 over to the left. So when you're ready, again, back flush to the wall. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, turn those toes outward. 4, keep the heel off the floor. 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. Shake the legs out a little bit. Same thing over to the left. Try and reposition yourself if you need to. Going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Shake the legs. Good. Now some internal rotation from this position. I want you to bring your right heel nice and close to your glute. Place the sole of the foot to the wall, like so. And then your goal here is going to be to start lifting that right knee off the ground. You can very well attempt to bring it to the wall, but ultimately just even getting it off the ground is going to start to activate that abductor muscle, the outer thigh, and really focus on that internal rotation. So when we're ready, lifting the knee as high up as you can. So again, you don't necessarily need to touch the wall. Just bring it up as high as you can. Going for 10. Hands can stay on to each side of that left leg. 9, 8, 7, keep the back flush to the wall. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We'll extend that right leg back. Shake the legs out. Again, really try and focus on bringing your exhalation on all of these drills. So when we start to bring the knee up, exhale and then release. Same thing to the other side. Hands can stay to each side of that right leg. When you're ready, going for 10, 9, 8, 'Beautiful. Release, shake the legs out. Beautiful. Great. Now from here, we're going to continue to focus on activating the inner thigh, the adductor muscle. We're going to be facing toward the wall. So when you're ready, I want you to place yourself in the opposite direction. And from here, we're going to start with the modification, which is just keeping the right knee slightly bent. You're going to keep the left foot off the floor as you try and bring your chin towards your big toe. So keep right knee bent, extend that left leg, and then try and bring that left leg as far off to the left as you can, and then slowly bring it back toward the wall, okay? So again, starting with a bent knee here, extend out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We'll switch it sides. So left foot to the wall. Keep the left knee bent. Extend out. Try and keep the toes pointed up rather than turning the foot outward. So keeping a slight internal rotation of the right hip. Going 10, 9, 8, 7, keep the foot off the floor. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Now to the progression. Rather than keeping the knee bent, I want you to keep the leg completely straight. Okay, so try and find a good position here. Make sure you're not slipping around. So maybe you're sitting on top of your mat so that you're not sliding back and forth. Right leg is straight, and it can just be about just underneath shoulder height from the wall. Okay, so you don't want it any further up. You want it just to say about a foot over the floor. Continue to lean forward, bring your chin toward that big toe. You're gonna extend left leg out into almost like an air straddle here. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Switch it sides. Same thing. Left leg is straight. Right leg is straight over to the right with that right leg. Keep bringing your chin, your chest to meet that left, the big left toe. Going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Good. You can take a moment here into your hero's pose. Just take a second to relax the hip flexors. Lovely. Good. Now from here, I want you to place your back onto the floor. We're going to focus on a little bit of passive work, and then we're going to finish off with slightly more active work up against the wall. So we're going to start by placing our right hip to the wall. I want you to extend both legs up and make sure that your glutes are touching the wall here. And from here, we're just gonna start off with a supinated cobbler's position. Just take a few moments to catch up with your breath. Beautiful. And you can continue to press those knees to the wall. Just make sure that you're not sliding away from the wall. Good. From here, I want you to separate the feet into almost like a supinated malasana position, very similar to our happy babies pose. So I want you to think of continuously walking those feet as far apart as possible. Should really feel the hip flexor at work here. Deep breaths. In this passive posture, we're focusing on drawing the quads, the hip flexors back toward the hip. So everything is coming together here. Beautiful. Now from here, you should extend your right leg up. We're going to keep this left leg exactly where it is. You should extend your arms off to the side as we slowly start to drop our right leg off to the right. So almost like a supinated Cossack position using the wall. So just holding here. Let's aim for about 5 deep breaths wherever we are. Not forcing anything here. Looking for stability in the joints as we start to relax deeper into these passive postures. Beautiful. From here, bringing that right leg all the way back up. We're going to switch, draw that right heel in. Again, the heel and the foot is sitting just to the outside of the hip. Extend that left leg and slowly dropping left leg off to the left.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you enjoyed it that much, please hit subscribe. It means a lot. And if you're someone who's looking to take their practice to that next level, whether you're a beginner looking to simply improve their practice, or even an advanced practitioner looking to fine-tune their practice, head over to B Movement Academy, my own online school of yoga and movement, where you can find all of my premium content and exclusive programs that will meet you every step of the way to meet any of those movement or mindfulness goals. Most light and love. Namaste.